So, a lot of people have hit me and said, why aren't you on YouTube? So the thing is, I have a business page. I have a page, but I never really used the YouTube. So tonight, there is no episode to speak on it. So I decided I was gonna come to you on this channel, which I call Unapologetically. Why do I call this channel Unapologetically? Because I'm gonna say whatever I want, and the people that are on this channel are gonna say whatever we want unapologetically. Nobody has told me what I can say. Nobody's gonna stop me from saying what I wanna say. And guess what? If you're coming here, you're here to listen to what I have to say unapologetically. So let's get started tonight. If you don't know who I am, this is Don Juan, and you are watching Unapologetically right here on YouTube. So getting started, the first review for Unapologetically is going to be season 14 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta Reunion Part 1. First of all of the ladies looked amazing. They came out, they were in their floral colors, they had the Jamaican inspired theme. Now let's talk about that. The Jamaican part and the birds and all that looked great, but the rug and I don't know what they were doing with Housewives when they set that up, but cool, we'll let them have that. All the ladies come out. Andy has went to everybody's room at first when they were getting ready. It's so interesting when the ladies allow them to see them vulnerable and allow you to see them with no makeup on before glam and all of that. I think it's, very much a thing of how important it is that you guys realize these people are allowing you in their life. As somebody who's been on reality TV, I think people take it for granted, the vulnerability that it takes. So all the ladies, he goes and checks out everybody and sees what they are, looking forward to, not looking forward to, all of those great things. Followed by, we get everybody coming out. Again, they look amazing. They sit down on a couch. Everybody is, just like I am, kind of thrown by this seating arrangement. I am not understanding why one fashion show that we still don't have fashion, because if you have not looked or if you are looking, She by Sheree is still not on the website. I have tried to buy from She by Sheree since it was going to drop. I'm going to be honest. If I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to tell you I'll be the first one to support. I tried to buy joggers. I have not been able to buy any joggers. I've not been able to buy anything on the website since the website launched. So I don't know who these people are that crashed the website. If you know, comment below, tell me, because I don't know nobody. Ain't none of my friends did it. I ain't seen nobody do it. I'm just saying. So we, get there, and again, everybody is looking at the seating arrangement. Why is Marlo up at the front? Why is Sheree at the front? I'm not sure either. I don't think the ladies know why anybody picked this seating arrangement. I don't think even Bravo or the production company that does it knows why anybody picked this seating arrangement. Maybe they felt like, I'll have some more insight onto some of my feelings about what was shown tonight on that part when it comes to the seating arrangement and Marlo and Sheree being first. I don't know why Drew and Sanya are sitting beside each other. That seems like that is a Kenya Portia moment waiting to happen all over by sitting them beside each other. Don't ever get it. So we continue on and we start talking about things that we've talked about on this season. So with this season, you're able to see She by Sheree. She said, it is here. It is available after the last episode, but it ain't. She was lying. It ain't available. I don't care what nobody says. It's not available. It's not ever crashed. Nope. Unless you got a plan that it can only have 10 people on the site has never crashed. It was never up. It still is not here. It's still not available. Sorry, it's not here. We continue on after we talk about the She by Sheree. She talks about her new boo. Don't know how I feel about that either. Think it's publicity stunt. She even goes on to talk about Tyrone and sexually why she let him go and all of that, which didn't want to hear that. Kenya says she's there for her moment, and with Kenya, we didn't get too much into any of the things that Kenya has going on right now on this episode. We do get into the Sanya and Drew relationship. This relationship, I can genuinely say I think Sanya has come around and tried to be very, friendly and get to know everybody. I do feel like she is kissing ass when it comes to Marlo and Sheree. Let's just be honest. Every time something was said, she apologized. And she told me she was sorry for that. And when Sheree was dogging her out, she apologized for that. And I feel like she connected a little bit more with Marlo and them. So she riding really hard for them. When you look back at the episode, riding really hard, super hard. Did I say super hard? I mean, really hard. Drew, I feel like she trying to put her foot on Drew's neck though, but she riding hard for them. I understand her wanting to hold Drew accountable. I think that people should hold Drew accountable because Drew be lying just to be lying. She be telling stories just to not really have no story, but just to make up some shit. Like Drew be lying. So I think she should hold Drew accountable, but she real hard on Drew. Real hard on Drew. Now, when she told Drew that she has accomplished so much in her life and all Drew has accomplished is mediocrity at its best, I was dead. Not mediocrity at its best, okay? So she was not letting up that Drew lied off camera. I don't know if Drew lied off camera. I wasn't there, but she was not letting up. She was like, Drew lied off camera. She was lying. She wasn't telling the truth. I don't care what none of y'all, like, that's why it's making her so mad. And at one point she starts to cry and, you know, they're like, what do you think about her tears? And she's like, I mean, she has tears in her eyes. She ain't crying. Like Drew was so like not there for Sanya at all, at all. So then they asked Sheree, and Sheree is talking about how, you know, she's known Drew to lie. We've all known Drew to lie. Drew tells lies and don't remember the lies she told. Remember when she talked about that she lost 20 pounds or 30 pounds in 2 weeks off of this, and they showed the picture and it was still the same size? Not body shaming her, just telling the truth. She was still the same size. Then, you know, Sheree even comments, and when she says that, she said, well, everybody's had something done. Sheree said, no, she had her boobs lifted. And Drew was like, nope, what about that booty? Sheree comes back at her and she does Greta. She said, nope, that's squats, not shots, baby. You know, Drew goes into the victim mode of, you know, I talked about my health struggles. That part was kind of funny to me. I don't know why. It was just kind of funny to me that she was literally like, she goes to play the victim part of it. It kind of throws me off. So we continue on and we get to see Kandi and Marlo, because Marlo interrupts at one point when they're talking about to say, you know, Kandi doesn't produce shows, and since she doesn't produce shows, how is she saying she helped her and all of this? And here's the thing, I get it. Everybody's gonna say, oh my God, you're gonna be biased for this, because I'll be the first one to call Kandi out if it was not true. I know for sure she's helped Marlo in a few different ways. I know for sure that it was a show, that not a show that was supposed to happen, a show that they had already done pre-contracts to like hold you for the show. And then it was more contracts that had to be like to negotiate the money and all that. The show had producers, like it was a show happening. The show didn't happen because last minute, one person, and then she brought in 2 people that were on the show, decided they wanted way more money. And so that's when they were like, I don't want to do the show now. Give me this outrageous amount of money, more money than they probably were making in their past situation, but whatever. I mean, the network was like, they're being difficult. Who's doing that? So it didn't happen. So when she said it, Kandi became furious. And oh my God, I was sitting there like, girl, please don't cry. If you cry, oh my God, I'm gonna be over you in these tears. Please don't cry. But she was getting really upset talking about how much she's helped her. And I get it, because it can be really hard when you help people and people get on a platform like this and are like, no, you didn't. You ain't did nothing for me. Like, it can be bad. So they start this whole yelling match about that. And then even at that point, Sheree comes in and tries to stop that. Like, let them talk about me. She stops, you know, that probably could have went way left. But Sheree stops it for Marlo, because I guess, you know, maybe they formed some kind of alliance off the camera that we don't know about. But it definitely seemed like a Sanya, Marlo, and Sheree was kind of like stopping. Anytime you was about to be on their neck, they kind of jumped in for each other, or kind of, no, I don't know, or blah, blah, blah. You know, Sheree talks about how on Speak On It, which is Kandi's show on YouTube, obviously, that you see me on, that we're always talking about her. That's a lie. We do not always talk about Sheree. I've only been on a couple of times this season, but we're not always talking about Sheree. I'm just going to be honest. Like, it's been people, DJ A1 has talked about Marlo way more than he's talked about Sheree, because we're basing it off of the episode, and Marlo has caused the most stuff. But no, we're not always talking about Sheree. So when Kandi was like, girl, I need you for clickbait, I'm like, well, why would she need her for clickbait? And Kandi got more YouTube subscribers and people that view, never mind. Because when they brought the subscribers and why Sanya maybe brought Kenya and Kandi around, I think it was very like evident at that point that none of them, all of them combined, have less followers than she does. So I don't think that any of them can at any point be like, you know what, she was using me. And she tried to help all of them in some kind of way or promoted their business, but whatever. So they continue on, and then we start to get to the part where we talk about Marlo's story. I think it's really great, her and her nephews. I think it's super telling when her mom comes up here and you're able to see kind of where she came from. I, again, still don't agree that her mama should have been on camera at all. I don't think her mama should have been on camera at all. Still don't agree. I wouldn't have let my mother come on TV without her dentures in her mouth. I don't care. I would have had a certain kind of compassion. You're not coming up here gumming it on TV for people to talk about you. Not doing it. Sorry. Don't care. No. Shouldn't have dated. I would have protected my mother. Nope. You can't. Oh, your wig don't even look good. You can't take. Sure won't, lady. Nope. Not having it happen. You could have been missing one tooth. Nope. Sure won't. You ain't coming up here to take. We're going to get that tooth fixed. Then you can take with me. I wouldn't have let it happen. But Marlo talks about her story. Now, this is the part where I'm not going to lie. I felt like the editors and Andy very much seemed to be on Marlo's side. This is a reunion. We're talking about things that happened during the season. But Marlo gave us her whole season 15, if she comes back, storyline to talk about all of the foster homes she's been into and tell us about each one of them and all of these things that I felt like we probably should have learned during the season. And it felt like if I was there, I'm not gonna lie, I would have been like, Andy, objection, you're leading the witness. Like he kept, so, this tells me that you have been through a lot of abuse by like men and I didn't hear her at one time say she had been abused by men. I heard that she says that her mother had abused her and all this, but I have never heard her say that. So it kind of felt like he was leading at that point. And we had a whole 10 to more long minute thing about new information with Marlo, not regrouping or talking about the reunion. And I felt like it was very heavy. I felt like it was very much made. Hence why even in her pre-interview, they had her say, I'm going to apologize for what needs to be apologized. She sat around and had rehearsed what she was going to talk about with all of them people. And if y'all could tell me she didn't, you are a Grammy artist. And can you hear Miss USA herself? And a 4-time Olympic gold medal and a media mogul like you and the OG of this platform and a singer and an actress, just like she rehearsed everything she was going to say to these people. And I'm like, okay. So I felt like it was trying to give her some redemption because maybe the polling wasn't good on Marlo on how she came across this season. I definitely felt like they were leading her. I did not feel like it was unbiased. Andy was on other people's neck. He was I'm tired of talking about this, Drew. Don't call. He was on people's neck. When it got to that point, I don't think he was very much kind of neutral on there. I felt like he was, you're right. So tell me, how does that work with you in relationships with men? He was trying to be Ayala and fix her life on the reunion. And I didn't think that that was what was supposed to happen. I'm sorry. I felt it was very biased. Not just because it was Marlo. If it would have been anybody else, I would have been like, okay, but we should have got this information before. We're talking about the reunion now. Okay, then why are you feeding her how she should kind of fix her image? Like, I felt like it was definitely much of a fix on the image on that part. Candy, nope, they was on your neck. They was going back to speak on it. Most of the episode was speak on it flashbacks, to be honest. So that was telling that they used speak on it so much in the episodes. But it was just very interesting, that last part. Kenya was pretty quiet during this part to me. It felt like it was why Marlo might have been in that first seat. I think Marlo was in that first seat because she's a new peak. Sheree, you brought her back. So it had to be like, yes, they're triumphant. When Sheree still don't have no website, and Marlo, we learned about 2 episodes of something she gave us. And other than that, she did the same thing that she was already doing. So I think that it we kind of pushed this on Marlo's the new era of housewives and Sheree is back. But I don't think it gave what it was supposed to give. And if you disagree, then disagree and comment below. But I don't think so. And again, that's just my opinion. The upcoming episodes, I guess we're going to get some more. Kenya's going to drop the bomb on Marlo's real name and all that. I did Google that when I heard it. And we're going to get some more insight on, some things that people feel about each other. I'm looking forward to that part. Part 1, it was always just the teaser to get us started. And then it's 2 more parts to go. So thank you all for watching my first video of episode 1 of the reunion of season 14 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Again, I am Don Juan. You are watching Unapologetically. And I hope that you come back and check me out. I'm trying this out this time. If you don't like it, if there's some things you want me to change, we can change that. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for coming over here. And make sure you like, subscribe. Subscribe, please. Please subscribe. Please don't let one person watch this video. At least watch the video for me. And thank you again for coming over here to watch Unapologetically.